Now, I might be wrong for this, coming to you while I'm in a drunken stupor, because I'm going to just keep it real. I went out and had a couple of cocktails, and that's where I'm at. But, it's been on my mind. It's like, how you have something on your mind and you just can't get rid of it, and you're trying to dig into it and explore it and find out what it is that it really means to you since it's on your mind. So this has to still do with the dirt facts. That's my first video. If you hadn't heard it already, just dirt facts 1. This is dirt facts 2. And I know it might be politically incorrect. I'm a gay guy myself, and here I am saying the word fag. But if you want to go with it like colloquialism, a neologism, as if like the black people always say nigger this, nigger that, then you'll be okay with this. Do not use this term if you're a straight person or other cultured sexual preference person and you're using this derogative. I'm using this as a stereotypical culture examination of the people that I deal with. So, dirt facts number 2. In dirt facts number 2, we're going to start with the first bulletin. The first bulletin is popcorn. You would refer to them as a popcorn fag as well. A popcorn fag is just this. There's gay people and there's straight people. And then there's the people that try to cross the two, which don't work very well. Stay here or stay there. When you try to bring those two together, if you don't have the right charisma, it's a bad combination, like popcorn with oil, fire, and grease. It just doesn't work well, honey. She's going to pop. She's going to take that little kernel that's trying to hold it all together, trying to contain that thing that it is about them, and it's going to cause it to explode. It's going to pop. So a popcorn fag is always in a situation where people are hot and sexy. It is a limelight. It is a great thing. But the popcorn fag can't contain himself. He just seems to need to explode and become fluffy, and yet not just fluffy, but buttery. Now this is not even the kettle corn girl. This is the buttery, fluffy, soft popcorn fag who's just popped on the scene, just popped out on you. And he's just everything. He's more than what you need at one time. When you're politically okay with being with gay people, you're not homophobic. You just don't like him and his obnoxious ways. This is understandable, so you're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel like you're straight or be you gay. That the popcorn fag, dirt fag, AI, etc., whatever you want to call it, is always obtrusive and somewhat brackish to any situation that you're in. So the second point I want to get with the popcorn fag is they always have no theme. You have no category. Who are you with? Where are you from? Where do they do that at? Let's go with that. You're so tacky that you don't even notice it. You think it's kind of like, hey, look at me. I can pop Vogue and twist. I can get loud. I can get ghetto. I can whoop somebody's ass. But at the end of the day, that is a blatant description of ignorance to me. And that ignorance, I subtract from my life because you know what? I got pay-per-view. Okay, moving right on to the third point, and the third point would be, again, you're too much. Okay, I came to the meal. Just a good friend like of mine, Quadir. If you love him, you know him. I'm with the Tamayan Army. He goes, you're a bit too much. I came here for lasagna with maybe a little bread and a glass of water. But when I asked you for that and you left the table and you told me it was okay, and it's time to eat, you come back with Alfredo, spicy with chicken, and a side of peppers. Where did you get that from? I didn't order any of that. You just gagged me and just took advantage of me, and I'm mad. And I would like to speak to your manager. And check, please. Because if you think I'm going to take what you're giving me, you're absolutely wrong. I'm going to refuse it, and I'm going to leave the premises, and you'll have no one to serve. And when you have no one to serve, you won't have a job. Unemployment. Okay. All right, moving right along, and we're going to get to my next point, which is going to be, for some reason, you seem to be out of date. If you were avant-garde, I might get into you. But you're out of date. You're throwback. You're tie-dye. You're stonewash. Yeah. You're something like that. Your division Nikes. Your colors. These things people don't wear anymore. They might have them in a plastic bag in the attic as memorabilia. And when you're memorabilia, you're not always on the scene. You're something I pull out when I'm having cheesy wine. So with that said, please go where you came from. Now we're going to move right on to my another and most critical point. I just can't stand this. That a dirt fag seems to be needy. A dirt fags need something from you. They need your attention. They need you to say hi. They need you to even argue and fight with them. So that they're validated. So that they feel like they've absorbed something from you. Because dirt needs life. Dirt needs water. Dirt likes plants. Dirt becomes dust and like air. So with that said, they're needy. These are the people. I'm giving you clues in order to identify a dirt fag. Now, when I'm saying dirt fag, you don't get a problem with someone who might be on the Bravo network, someone who might be, again, cultured, or a hairstylist, or a fashion designer, who, again, their characteristic and their sexual preference is ideal to who they are. It becomes part of their character, which one, again, you find almost attractive because it's not the first read. But a dirt fag, the first read is you like sucking dick. So it's not a good read. Everybody likes sucking dick. Or even a guy that gets his dick sucked, like the person that's sucking his dick, and the person who likes sucking dick must like sucking dick to suck dick. So we'll go with that. Dick sucking is not a bad pro in this city, in this culture, in this world. So we're not going to be down on the dick sucking, okay? And we're going to move right along. And after I said that these people are needy, it just compounds me with the fact that if they're needy, they're always mooching. They don't have enough to have the things that bring you in the circle that you're in. They always got this philanthropist idea of saying, why don't you help me do this? Do you think that I could have some money so I could do this? You mind if I borrow? A dirt fag used the word borrow a lot. Borrowing is his bidding for paying, which never incorporates work. So, not to beat that up with a hit, moocher is what a dirt fag is. This is for all the people who, again, you don't want to be prejudiced, you don't want to be politically incorrect, and you don't want to dislike gay people. I'm isolating the dirt fag. And these are the qualities of a dirt fag. Moving right along and not getting any problems involved, we're going to talk about the dust bunnies. Dirt fags, aka dirt, attract dust bunnies. These dust bunnies are people who for some reason hang around them as though they've got a need themselves to be around this person and all this idiosyncrasies that is going on with themselves. Dirt fag and dust bunnies. Sounds like a job for Fabrice or the Swiffer Sweeper. Anyway, got me at... I don't want to beat them up for hanging out with him, but I'm sad at their ignorance that they don't know that they're hanging with a dirt fag and they're labeled as a dust bunny. Those that flock together should be together. Now digressing and moving right along about chapter 2 about the dirt fag. We're going to talk about bags and purses. A dirt fag seems to need to carry a bag or a purse. He might even have a grocery bag with stuff stuffed in it. It's just tacky. It's altogether tacky. A true man, be it gay, homosexual, straight, or bi, don't need to carry around a bag of things. What he needs always comes with him. There's no extras involved. Dirt fag, don't get mad because you've been clogged. Moving right along, there are male bags. Don't feel bad about that. A male bag will not be obtrusive, and it will have a relative sense to the situation when someone sees you with it. Perhaps you're traveling and you have a carry-on. Makes sense to me that any individual would have a carry-on. Perhaps you're at the locker and you brought your gym bag with your alternate attire. There again, I would say purpose for a bag. But for some odd reason, I'm rolling down the street, riding around and I'm getting it. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. And I happen to see you on the bus stop. You're on the bus stop and you have a bag, which is a knockoff Gucci or a knockoff Coach or a knockoff anything. It's not the real anything. You should have went with the grocery bag, and I would have knocked you for having groceries. So let's end that chapter right there. We're gonna rewrite that with the right with the truth of the knockoffs. Now, a dirt fag to me is someone who want to be hios, grandos, fly and flare, and you don't have the proper attire. Somehow you went to the Village or the West End or some small neighborhood mall, plaza is probably what they call it, and you bought these jeans with all these bedazzles on it, and it don't look like a horseshoe. It looks more like a Q or a U with a special swoop to it. Those aren't what you're looking for. Those aren't called truths. They name true religions a reason. True religion. True religions. You got on legends, boom. You've got on legends. And legends can be written by anybody that's alive. And just because your life is living don't mean that it's true, because you could be deceitful. Moving right along. For some reason, the dirt fag is a trade seeker. Yes, like dirt to a white floor. Like dust to a fan. Like light to the sun rising. The dirt fag always want to seek out this masculine woogie trade who might punch them in their eye, rob them, shoot their family up, and have sex with him. Ignorance is bliss. But she's not ignorant. She's a dirt fag. She's pursuing these things in order to show that these are her interests. That it validates her to almost be somewhat a woman when she's not, because, again, she's a dirt fag. Okay. I know it's mean. I know it's totally mean what I'm doing. But don't take this personal if you're not a dirt fag. Take this as knowledge, like going to the library. Moving right along. I want to say the dirt fag is always something that I consider something seedy and a remiss in a gay society, and that's what I call a bush crawler. Just say you happen to walk down the street. You're in some nice little neighborhood where, they've got, the drive-ups where you can have 6 or 7 cars. They've got no trash on the street. Everybody has a pristine yard. The houses are painted. The sidings are on. And you happen to walk by this bush. And you walk by the bush, and there's this guy jumps out, and he goes, ugh, hey, ah. That's where you'll find a dirt fag. A dirt fag is a bush crawler. He thinks his idea of having a good time is crawling up in some bush, hidden out in somebody's garden, somebody's yard, in somebody's park, and jumping out it and grabbing some